Hi everyone, in this video we're looking at examples of substitution, and as always the examples that I'll be using are available in the link in the description in case you want to give them a go yourself, and there's also some times for different parts of the videos there so you're able to stick to a certain question. Now we'll jump straight in and start the examples. Now the first set of examples are just going through positive numbers, and the first question says that if we have x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, then find the value of x plus y. So what we need to do here is we'll rewrite x plus y, and then what we want to do is substitute the value that we have for x into our x plus y. So if we have x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, and it's asking us to find the value of x plus y, then we're going to have x plus y is equal to 2 plus 3. And then 2 plus 3 is obviously equal to 5. So the answer we need is 5. Now the next example asks us to find x minus y this time. So we'll do the same thing. We'll rewrite the expression. So we have x minus y is equal to. Then if our value of x is 2 and our value for y is 3, then we're going to have 2 minus 3. And 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. So the answer for this question is minus 1. Now the next question asks us to find 4x. So we have x is equal to 2. So we'll rewrite 4x. And that's equal to 4 times the value for x, which we know is 2. So that's 4 times 2. And 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So the answer for this question is 8. Now the next question has two terms. We have 4x plus y. So we'll rewrite it underneath. So 4x plus y, and this is equal to 4 lots of the value of x, which we know is 2. So 4 times 2 plus the value for y. The value for y we know is 3. So we have 4 times 2 plus 3. Now 4 times 2 is 8. So we have 8 plus 3, and 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. So the answer for this one is 11. Now the next question, which is question 2, says that if x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2, then find the value of, and the first question is 3x divided by y. So our values for x and y have changed, and we have 3x over y is equal to, well, if the value for x is 4, then that means we have 3 times 4 on the numerator, and then we're dividing by the value for y, and the value for y is 2. So that means we have 3 times 4 divided by 2. And then we'll simplify this. So 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So we have 12 over 2. And 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. So the answer is 6. Now the next question is 3x plus y all over y. So let's rewrite that underneath. So we have 3x plus y all over y. And that's equal to, well, if x is equal to 4, we're going to have 3 times 4. And then the value for y is 2, so we have plus 2. And then this is divided by y, which means it's divided by 2. And then we'll simplify this, so we know that 3 times 4 is 12. So we have 12 plus 2 over 2. And then 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. And that's 14 over 2. And then 14 divided by 2 is equal to 7, which means the answer for this question is 7. Now the next question is the same as the question before, but we want to subtract x from it. So what we can do is use the workings out we used before, and then just subtract the value of x away from that. So we know that 3x plus y over y is equal to 7. And what we want to find is 3x plus y over y minus x. So this is essentially equal to 7 minus x, because we know that 3x plus y over y is equal to 7. And then if we work out 7 minus x, we'll have 7 minus 4, and 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. So the answer to this question is 3. Now the next question uses the same example, but it's squared. So we can do the same thing again. So we know that 3x plus y over y minus x is equal to 3. And what we want is 3x plus y over y minus x all squared. So this is equal to 3, which we worked out in the question before, but then 3 needs to be squared. And then 3 squared is obviously equal to 9, so the answer to this question is 9. Now the next question uses the question above, but this time it's times by y. So we're going to have 3x plus y over y minus x all squared is equal to 9. And what we want to know is, what's y times 3x plus y over y minus x all squared? So we know that the stuff here is equal to 9, so essentially what we want to find is, what is 9 times by y? Or we could say, what is 9y? So if y is equal to 2, we're going to have 9 times 2, and 9 times 2 is equal to 18, so we know the answer for this one is 18. So the next question, we have the square root of 3x plus 1 over y minus x. So in a previous question, I think it was question 2b, we found what 3x plus y over y was. So we know that 3x plus y over y is equal to 7. So now what we actually have is, what is the square root of 7 minus x? So if we just put 3x plus y over y, all square rooted, minus x is equal to the square root of 7 minus x. And then the value for x is 4. So we have the square root of 7 minus 4. And then if we pop that in the calculator, we should find that the square root of 7 minus 4 is equal to this long set of numbers here. And then if we give our answer to 2 decimal places, we'll get minus 1.35. So we'll just put that in our answer line, and then we'll state that that's to 2 decimal places. Now the next question is what we have above, but the whole thing is squared. So again, let's write down what we already have. We already have that 3x plus y over y, all square rooted, and then subtracting x is equal to, and what we'll do, we'll leave it in its whole form, so we'll do the square root of 7 minus 4. And what we want to know is, what is 3x plus y over y square rooted minus x all squared? So if we have 3x plus y over y minus x, that's square rooted and that's all squared, that's the same as saying, what is the square root of 7 minus 4 all squared? And if we were to put that in the calculator, we'd find that that's equal to the following. And then if we give our answer to 2 decimal places, we'll get 1.83. So in our answer line, we'll write 1.83 to 2 decimal places. So now what I want you to do is pause the video and have a go at the next set of questions yourself. They're on negative numbers, and it is just using the same expressions that we had earlier, so the same questions, but we're using negative numbers instead. Make sure that if you can use the question above to help you answer the question you're on, to save you doing some working out, then make sure you do that, because some questions in the exams do ask you to use the information you already have rather than working it out from the beginning. So we'll move on to fractional numbers now. So this is where we have x as a half and y as 2, and it's asking us to find the value of 3x. So we have 3x is equal to 3 times the value of x, which is a half. So 3 times a half. And 3 times a half is 3 over 2, and that's our final answer. Now the next question is 3x plus y. So we already know what 3x is. We know that 3x is equal to 3 over 2. So we want 3x plus y. So 3x plus y is equal to our 3 over 2 plus y. And the value for y is 2. So we know that 3x plus y is 3 over 2 plus 2. And then 3 over 2 plus 2 is the same as saying 3 over 2 plus 4 over 2. And because the denominators are now the same, we can actually add these together. So 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. So we have 7 over 2 as our final answer. Now the next question we have is 3x plus 3y. So we already know what 3x is. We know that 3x is equal to 3 over 2. So we need to find 3x plus 3y, which is equal to 3 over 2 plus 3y. And if we know that y is equal to 2, then this is equal to 3 over 2 plus 3 times 2. And 3 times 2 is 6, so we have 3 over 2 plus 6. And then we want to get the denominators the same, so we can add these together. So 3 over 2 plus 6 is the same as saying 3 over 2 plus 12 over 2. So then the denominators are now both over 2. So then we have 12 plus 3, which is equal to 15. So we have 15 over 2 as our final answer. So we'll put that on our answer line, so 15 over 2. Now the next question asks us to find 3x plus 2y. So same again, we know what 3x is, so 3x is equal to 3 over 2. And then we need to add 2y. So if we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 3 over 2 plus 2y, then that is equal to 3 over 2 plus 2 times our y value, which is 2. And 2 times 2 is 4, so that means we have 3 over 2 plus 4. And then we need the denominators to be the same to be able to add the two numbers together. So 3 over 2 plus 4 is the same as saying 3 over 2 plus 8 over 2. And then since the denominators are now the same, 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. So we have 11 over 2 as our final answer. So we'll put that on our answer line. Now the next question tells us that if x is equal to a third and y is equal to a quarter, then find the value of, and then the first one we have is 5x. So we have 5x is equal to 5 times the value of x, which is a third. And then 5 times a third is 5 over 3. So we have our final answer of 5 over 3. And then the next question asks us to find 5x plus y. So we know what 5x is. 5x is equal to 5 over 3. So we have 5x plus y is equal to 5 over 3 plus y. And then the value of y is a quarter. So that means we have 5 over 3 plus a quarter. And now here the denominators aren't the same, so we can't just add the two fractions together. So we'll have to get it into the form where both fractions have the same denominator. So if we change these so that the denominators are the same, we can have 20 over 12 and 3 over 12. That's just where I've times the 5 by the 4 and the 1 by the 3, and then I've times the denominators together. So we have 20 over 12 plus 3 over 12, and if you're not quite sure how I did that, then just watch a video on how to add fractions just to refresh your memory. So now we have 20 plus 3, which is 23, so we have 23 over 12, and then we can't simplify that any further, so our final answer is 23 over 12. Now our next question is 5x plus 3y, so we know that 5x is equal to 5 over 3, so we have 5x plus 3y is equal to 5 over 3 plus 3y, and then that's equal to 5 over 3 plus 3 times the value of y, which is a quarter, and then we have 5 over 3 plus 3 times a quarter, which is 3 over 4, and then we want to make it so the denominators are the same. So if we have 20 over 12 plus 9 over 12, then that's equal to 29 over 12, and we can't simplify that anymore, so our final answer is 29 over 12. So we have 5x minus 2y is equal to 5 over 3 minus 2y, and then that's equal to 5 over 3 minus 2 times the value of y, which is a quarter, and then that's equal to 5 over 3 minus 2 over 4, and we can simplify 2 over 4 to get 1 over 2, so we have 5 over 3 minus a half, and then this is equal to 10 over 6 minus 3 over 6, just to get the denominators the same, and then 10 minus 3 is equal to 7, so our answer is 7 over 6, and we can't simplify that, so our final answer is 7 over 6. Now the next question, we can use the question that we've just completed, but we just need to square root it. So we know that 5x minus 2y is equal to 7 over 6. So if we square root 5x minus 2y, then that's the same as saying the square root of 7 over 6. And the square root of 7 over 6 in the calculator is the following. And then we can say that this is equal to 1.08 to 2 decimal places. So in our answer line, we'll write 1.08 to 2 dp. Now the next question we have is the square root of 5x minus 2y squared. And we know that 5x is equal to 5 over 3. And we have the square root of 5x minus 2y squared, which is equal to the square root of 5 over 3 minus 2y squared. And then that's equal to the square root of 5 over 3 minus 2 times the value for y, which is a quarter. So we have 2 times a quarter squared. Then this is equal to the square root of 5 over 3 minus 2 times, and then we have a quarter squared, so we can just square the numerator and square the denominator. So 1 squared is 1 and 4 squared is 16. So we have 2 times 1 over 16. Then this is equal to the square root of 5 over 3 minus 2 over 16. And then we can simplify 2 over 16 to get 1 over 8. So we have the square root of 5 over 3 minus 1 over 8. And then in the calculator, this says that we have the following, which we can round to 2 decimal places to get 1.17. So in our answer line, we want to put 1.17 to 2 dp. And then the last question for this part is we have the square root of 5x minus 2y squared, all squared. So we know that 5x is equal to 5 over 3. So we can write the square root of 5x minus 2y all squared is equal to the square root of 5 over 3 minus 2y all squared is equal to the square root of 5 over 3 minus, and we know that a quarter squared is 1 over 16, and then 2 squared is 4, so we have 4 times 1 over 16, and that's all squared. And that equals the square root of 5 over 3 minus 4 over 16, all squared. And we can simplify that a little bit to get the square root of 5 over 3 minus a quarter, all squared. And we can stick that in the calculator to get the following, which is 0.25 to 2 decimal places. So on our answer line, we want to write 0.25 to 2 dp.